It used to take 10 to 20 hours to build AI agent automations like this. Now watch that. Paste one prompt, add these secret files, click submit, download file, upload, done. A complete AI agent automation that turns blog articles into published social media posts. It took less than 4 minutes. I might be out of business. If you're still building these AI systems from scratch, you're likely wasting lots of time, because there is a way to get your AI agent automations built 10 times faster. But even if you try to use the world's best AI coding tool by pasting simple prompts, you'll get broken AI systems that don't actually work. That's why today I will reveal the perfect prompt structure and the secret files you must attach that instantly build complete AI agent automations. If you want to skip the setup and get this AI agent running even faster
and also publish to Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter,
you can grab my pre-built template. It's available inside my AI agents and automation template subscriptions, where you get a growing library of AI systems. Stick around till the end, because I'll also show you exactly how much this AI agent costs you to run. Even if you're not on your computer right now, make sure to watch this entire video until the end, because this is your shortcut to building AI agents and automations that actually work without the time-consuming trial and error, even if you're a total beginner. You find all the resources we'll be using throughout this video in this document that you can get free access to. You just click on the first link below this video. Then you just enter your name and your best email. Check this box, click on Get Access. Then you will be presented with a special offer to get the growing library of AI agent automations for a discount, while your setup resources were sent to your inbox. It could take a few minutes for the email to appear. Now make sure to also check your promotions tab or spam folder, then drag it to primary, click on yes to receive future messages, and then you can open that, and here you find your download resources with the setup document and all other resources for any other video I ever published. And there you just go to the corresponding video and then click on that, and then here is your document. This is the AI agent automation we are building. We send a link with a blog link to a Telegram chatbot, and then this is connected to our AI agent workflow, and this will summarize the blog post. It will generate an image for us, post it to LinkedIn with our summary, and then send us a confirmation message back in Telegram that the post was published. So it basically turns blog post into LinkedIn post, automated. Let's switch again to Claude Opus. Now let's go to my document here. So here I have worked out the most effective prompt structure to build AI agent workflows. So first it starts with the role. You're an expert at creating working JSON files for N8N workflows that contain AI agent nodes. Then I need to specifically outline, okay, what should this workflow do? A user sends a link to a blog article via Telegram. This is the trigger, okay. The text from the blog article is fetched along with the title. An AI agent node with a memory. See setup agent node example in the attached JSON. I will tell you what this is in a few seconds. And then I need to outline what should the AI agent do. It should do this, right? So the prompt of it is just, it gets the website text. Then I have a system message. Okay, this is basically the instructions of the AI agent. Create a summary of the blog post containing 250 words, a compelling first sentence to hook the reader and make them curious to keep reading, and so on. Save the summary into a Google Sheet. Generate a highly effective image for AI image generator, Flux. So I specify the exact tools I want to use in my workflow. This is really crucial. You see here I defined a Google Sheet where I want to store all this information that is generated. Then I give it examples of image prompts for this exact model. And I will show you also where I got those in a second. So, and then save the generated image prompt to the sheet, include the summary of the text in the output, and do not include the image prompt in the output. Now the image prompt is fetched from the Google Sheet, and it's then, so here you see this AI agent doesn't generate the image itself. It only generates the prompt for the image model. So, and then I need to tell it, okay, what image model do I want to use? Even share a link to the documentation of how this is implemented using an API. So that's crucial, because Claude Opus can read websites. And then save the image URL to the Google Sheet. And then we want to post the image summary and the text to LinkedIn, and using the directly integrated LinkedIn node. And then the user receives a Telegram message, and here I specify the message. Now the rule, include detailed notes for each part. So every part of it is explained, and you will see this, how it makes everything clearer and easier to set up for you. Understand the uploaded JSON file blueprints, as you need to use that info to build my agent workflow. And this is basically another secret ingredient for this entire prompt. So I would not just copy paste this prompt, so this is the first step. But this is not enough, right? I need to go on here. I need to attach a few files. And these files should be example JSON files of working automated workflows that contain parts of it or functions that I want in my own workflow. So I need one example workflow with an AI agent node and with one with a LinkedIn publishing module. So first I go basically to N8N, to docs N8N.io. I click on agents, and then they have these agent templates. So I would click on view template details, and then it gives me this. I click to explore. So this is an AI agent workflow that they basically gave me, and they give it to me and for free, and I can use this. So even though I don't need this exact setup, I just need it as an example code. So I click on use for free, and then I click on get started for free here with my web host platform. You could also just copy the JSON to a text file and then use that. But I want to use the direct file. So then I click on download. And then first I click on save. Then I click on download. And then it will download this file for me. And that's the first file. So then I will go here. I go to upload file. And then I will upload this here, attach this to my prompt. So the AI agent knows, okay, what's the proper structure of this AI agent node, so I can replicate it for me. And let's close that. Then I could also go, they have a template library. I could search for different templates. So I would type in, for example, I want something to publish to LinkedIn. I type in LinkedIn here, and then it will give me workflows that contain LinkedIn nodes. So here, then I have found one here, which is this one, which contains more other modules, but it doesn't really matter. I click again on use for free, get started for free with this. It will import this into my account, and then I can download the file. You could also use, and then I can go here, I click on download. And you see here, I have here the LinkedIn node now, and that's all I need. And I can go on here, upload file. I would upload this LinkedIn workflow. So I would rename it to LinkedIn node example and import it. And with that, that's all I need to do. Now the only thing left is I click on submit, and then it will create the code for me. Now, once it's done, you will see this here. On the left side, you see some instructions to set this up. On the right side, you see the actual code, but it doesn't really matter what it is. You just need to click on download as JSON. Then you go back to your workflow section, click on a new workflow, and then you go to import from file. And here you go to upload the workflow that you've just downloaded from Claude here. And then this will be imported. You see, even have all these different explanation notes here. Now I would like clean it a little bit up. So click on here. I drag this a little bit to the top here, this explanation. So this tells me what every node does. So you, even as a beginner, you understand how it works, how the process works. This is really important. And here, with that, my AI agent system is actually almost completely set up. And the only thing left is connect those different red triangles, maybe fix a few errors, small issues here and there, and then it's done. So the first thing you do, as always with every automation or AI agent workflow, we start at the beginning. So this is our Telegram trigger. So just double click on it. And then here, what we need to do, create a new credential. And then we need access token. Now to get this, you need to first download Telegram to your computer, and I would also download it to your phone if you haven't already. Using this website, you can do this for free. And then you open the Telegram app on your computer. Let's go in here. And this is where we get the access token. Here on Telegram, you search for BotFather. This is basically the setting bot that allows you to manage all the bots you create. And you just click on start. Now it will give you the options. Here you will create a new bot. I would call it just basically blog to LE post. Now I will copy that already because you need it also in the next step. You need to just attach the word bot. And here it will give you the access token already. Paste it in here. And then this should turn green. And now we have connected our Telegram trigger. Now we can also already go to the other side here, because here we also can already connect these to my account. So my account, I think it was number 25 here. And then here, also that one. Account 25. You may only have one account, that's fine. Let's go back to the beginning here. Go back to the beginning. Now I will already rename this. So this is blog to LinkedIn post AI agent. And we click on save. First, we need to connect all these different accounts. Then we can do a test and set up the models correctly. So let's go through that step by step. So here, wherever there is a red triangle, there I need to connect a proper account. So here I have GPT. This is the chat model of an AI agent. So an AI agent consists of three things here. We have the model it's using. This is basically the brain of the AI agent. This can be any model that you can select. We have AI agent memory, and we have tools that you give it to complete tasks. In this case, it's just a simple Google Sheet tool where I can save or retrieve information. Now here we use OpenAI as a chat model. And if you want to switch the model, you would just go here, click on that, and you could select any model from this list here. I'll just leave that. And then I will use GPT-4o. I found this is a reliable model, not ChatGPT, but it should be GPT-4o. And then here you need to connect the OpenAI account and just put in the API key. So here I go to that link, platform.openai.com. And then you go sign in with your same account that you use for ChatGPT. Then you click on settings. You might need to add a few credits, and so we can use it. But using this in our automation just costs a few cents each time, so it's very cheap. And then click on API keys. Click on create a new secret key. I call it blog to LinkedIn post demo. It doesn't really matter what the name is. Then I click on copy that, paste this in here, and then let's go back. And you see another red triangle is gone. Now we have here, we need to connect Google Sheet. So first I need to grab a Google Sheet. So this is where we store the information. I've already prepared a template for you to make this process faster. So you can click on that, click on make a copy. And this is the information we will store here in the sheet: blog link, blog title, blog summary, image prompt, image link, publish date. We'll just rename this demo 35 to the current date, so you can later find it. And then I go back here. Now you need to connect your Google account, create a new credential, click on sign in with Google, sign in with the same account where this Google Sheet is in. Mine is the top one. Click on continue. You can close that, it's connected. Now here it's get rows. Well, this should actually be append row. So this is where it just should store information for us. So this is attached to our AI agent. And here, what we need to do is we need to select from list, and then we click on summaries. Now what we want to save here, it's so we want to save directly is this is the blog link. So we'll just type in this here. We will match this properly when we do our first test run. For now, let's just put in the placeholder. Now here I can select this magic button, and then this will be filled out by the AI agent. So it will generate a summary and save it automatically to the Google Sheet. Same with the image prompt. I could even add a description. This is the image prompt you generated. To be sure it saves the right information in that. And now image link, I don't need that, and I don't need that for now. So let's continue with the setup. Now we also need to set up something in here. So here I need to click define below. This is the prompt. So this is basically where it says website link, and then comes the URL. And now it comes actually the website text. So it's actually the blog text, right? And then here comes the text that is extracted from our blog. Now here's something that it doesn't always do correctly is the system message. So even with the specific prompt I gave it, I normally told it to insert also the system message. The system message is basically where you outline the process and the instructions for the AI agent, what it should do for you. So this is basically what I defined here, the system message. So I could just grab this and copy and paste this in here. So that's just this part from A1 to A5. And let's go in here. Let's just paste this in here. And I've already explained, and then let's make it larger. So it basically creates the summary, save the summary to the Google Sheet, generate the image prompt from Flux1. And here I have 3 examples of the image prompt, how they should be structured. Then save the image prompt to the Google Sheet, only include the summary in the output, do not include the image prompt in the output. Now this image prompt example for this image model, these are really useful to generate really good looking images for my LinkedIn post. And I just went to a quick Google search and I found this website, which gives me the prompt, a few good prompt examples. I just copy and pasted some of these prompt examples into my system instructions here. And that's all we need. So let's go back for now. Now here we have another Google Sheet module. So we will just select the proper Google account here. I think it was this last one. And I select the Google Sheet here because what it does, it needs to get the summary basically. So here it needs to get me the image prompt because as I told before, this AI agent does not generate the image itself, but it generates the prompt that will then be turned into an image by my Flux AI model, which we will call in a separate module. So first it needs to get all this. And here I need to add a filter because I only wanted to give me the row. If I have several summaries already, I only wanted to give me the row of one specific that it has just created. So that's why I use log link as a filter. And then I normally would put in the link, but as I said, I will map that later once I have set up these modules. Now here we have the image generator model. Now let's see how it got it. Okay, so this is how I told it, right, in my original prompt in this. So the image prompt should be using to call this tool with this function. So this is a tool called PyAPI. This is where I can access several different AI tools on one platform. So if I go to Workspace, you see here I have models that allow me to generate images. I could choose between those, videos, audios, and so on. In this case, I choose Flux .1. And this is what I gave it. I gave it this document to read, but it's still made of a little bit of a few errors. So there's a small errors, but for example, this URL is not correct. So I would need to go in here and I would need to basically copy this and paste it in here. And then here I need to connect. Click on create new credential. Now here from PyAPI, you can sign up for a free account. You get a few credits. Now to generate an image with that costs like 1.5 cents. So it's fairly cheap. And then you go to settings, you go to API keys, you click on, give it a name. Like I give it just the name of the current day, create a new key. Okay, I cannot demo N8N. And now you see I've created a new key. And then what I need to do first, I need to paste this value in this field. And then let's go back to my image model here, Flux1. Let's click on run. And there you see I need as a header, I need X API key. So I paste this in here, click on save. Okay. Now it gave me that, but I don't really need to send. So I can switch this off. Now it comes the important part. This is the command to generate my image. Now this is the actual correct format I need. So I would need to use this example here. I will just copy that. Copy that here. So this is also something it did not get fully correct. So here is where we have our model, text to image, and this is the prompt. I will replace this with my video prompt, right? But for now, leave it as a placeholder. This is the dimensions of my image. And then that's it. This is set up. Then it will wait for a minute because to generate the image will take a minute. So this was done correct by my AI model. Then I need to get the image. And this is also very simple to do. Now, I'm not so sure if this is not correct. So what it actually is, it's basically just the same like that. The same URL here. The only difference is there's a comma and there comes the project ID, which comes from the previous node, but I have to wait for that. Now this is already connected. This is because it's the same credentials. Send headers, I don't need that. So that's all that's required from here. Now you see how fast this goes. It's just making a few small tweaks and then keep going. Save image to URL. So this is the image that was just generated, the URL I received back. Now here I want to have update row because it should save in the same row. Select the same Google Sheet here. Now the sheet is actually summary. Now the column to match on. Which should actually not be image prompt. So this is looks like I cannot change this. So let's click on refresh. Oh yeah, now I can change it. So I also want to use blog link. So it should save it to the same row. And this is the image URL. So we just type in this for now. Publish date, we don't need that. Row number, not required. Let's go back, click on save. Let's continue. And now we have basically everything to get it to publish to LinkedIn. So we have download image for LinkedIn. So now we need to have this module here. This is the URL from the other stuff. This is good. Now the response format. We don't really need this. So let's continue. Now the LinkedIn model. Now it looks good. Now the only thing we need to do is you need to click on create new credential. And here I switch organization support off because I don't want to publish to my LinkedIn page, but to my personal profile. Then you click on connect to your account. Then you sign up with your LinkedIn account. Okay, it was successful. And that's it. Your account is connected. Let's go back. Now this resource is post. The operation is create. I want to post as a person. And now sometimes I need to reload it. So let's click on reload this, but make sure to save it first. Because now I should see my name. Yeah. Now this is the text, this image. I want to upload an image. And this is also correct. You see all the red triangles have vanished. And with that, it's actually set up. So the only thing I need to check is these two nodes here, because I'm not so sure about these, if they actually properly would work. But I will first unlink this, because this is just about getting the text from a blog post. So I will just use this blog from Google, copy that. Then I go back to Telegram. Now I need to click on this link here, which will open my bot. And then the first message is start. This is always automated. So I need to, when I click test workflow, it will give me an error because it was not a URL. That's fine. Because now I sent the URL. Now I click on, so I go directly in that. And I click on test step. You see invalid URL. So let's see. Okay, it still has the old one. So I need to click on that again. Click on test step. Okay, it still has issues. See, this is the only error. Good. So we have the message text. Okay. Okay, what I need to do actually is to click on delete, and then I click on test workflow again. And then let's just send the link again. Now it should get me something. Okay, so this is green. This is good. Let's go to this module here. It should extract the text and title. I don't really like this. So I don't like this module either. So what I would actually do is, so if I go in here, I don't really see the text. So it's only this schema here. So, and I don't really like this. So it should not generate an HTML. Okay, when I switch this, I don't really like this. So I would actually delete this node, let it to build me a function. So I can just add a code module here. Need a function for N8N after the HTTP request node that gets the HTML from the blog post, and that function should clean up the text and only give me the text and title of the blog post. Okay, now it updates my workflow, but I don't really want this. So I need to change my instructions.
I would say, do not give me the JSON file, but the code only for this function. Let's click on save. Okay, now it gave me this, but now I'm a little bit confused about this load the HTML content. I would say, hey, the HTML content comes from only one variable, because here I see it's like 3 different ones. Now it should rewrite this for me. Okay, let's try it. Let's copy that. Go back to my function node. Open that. Paste it in here. Now the only thing I need to match is this here. So this should be that data. Let's click on test. Okay, I cannot find module in line 2. So I will just basically give it back to that. And that's normal, right? So and uses only no, so it should hopefully fix that now. Let's copy that, paste it back in. Now again, replace it with the correct field. Drag this in here. Okay, now we see this is my entire post. Great. And it also grabbed the title. So I go back here. Our vision for building a first generation is good. So now I can continue with that. I will drag it in here. And now we have this text. So this is my content. Perfect. Now let's see here. Here I don't usually have any placeholder. This is already good. Now I can continue. Actually, I need to go first to this attached sheet. Now I need to map it with the blog title, which I got from my code function. So this is my title. Needs to be saved to my Google Sheet. The blog link comes from my Telegram trigger. So here. And the blog summary automatically generated and saved. Good. Now, here I need to also type in the blog link. But before I can do this, I need to execute it first. So I would need to click on execute previous nodes. Okay, there is an error because here in the memory, I need to click on define below. And here I need to put in the chat ID. Now here the context window length, that's usually just how many back and forth messages can remember. For me, it doesn't really matter because I only sent one message, which is the URL of my AI agent, of my blog article. So when I click on test step, it should now run, create the summary for me. Now it wouldn't save it, so this might give me an error because I need to map this properly. Okay, now it did. This actually works. So but it didn't save it yet, but that's fine. I will test this now. First, I need to map this blog link here. And that's it. Now when I click on test step, it's not there yet because it hasn't saved it yet, right? So I will call this save summary. Let's go back. Let's go in there. Now I see it has generated the summary for me. So you could modify it, right? How you want the summary to be structured. Now I just want to make it clear that the summary should be saved into the Google Sheet tool, and I would just insert the name. I just call it save summary. Generate highly effective image prompt and only include the summary text. Save the image prompt to the Google Sheet. Save summary. I would also go back now. I could go click on test again. Now you see it works. It saves the summary. This is the summary, this is the image prompt, and this is all the other information, so that's good. The only thing I would change here is basically I would tell it to format this better, because a social media post should be like easier to read. So I would go in here and I will click on that, and then where we have format, when this is generated, right? So I would type in summary formatting rules. I would say just each sentence on a new line, an empty line between each sentence. So that's how I would do it when I click test. Let's see if it already gets those new rules. Yes, it looks like it. So this N here, this is actually a line break. But I see that it accidentally saved this image prompt twice into the same row. So I need to go back in here again and go in here. And I will just say this is save here the blog summary you generated. I would specify this more clearly. Click on save. And then I would just run it again. Click on test step. Okay, now we see it was saved correctly again. Okay. Now I will delete the other parts. I don't need them anymore. Now let's continue with the workflow. The next step is to, here we have save summary, but this is actually not save summary. This is actually get image prompt. Rename this, because this will now give me this content from that. Actually, this should be the name of the save summary sheet. So then generate the image with Flux. We need to go in here. Now we will delete this, and here we will drag in the image prompt from that. Great. Let's continue to that one already. So what we will do now, click on test step, and then it has submitted the image. Now it will wait for a minute, because it takes a minute before the image is generated. And if I reload this workspace here, it should show processing. You see, it was submitted. And here in the other ones where I see, okay, this was successful, you see here this took like from here to here 45 seconds. So with 1 minute of waiting time, we should be safe. And then we need to get the image once it's done. Let's click on save for now. Let's go a little bit to the right. Now, obviously, I have an error because I need to map the proper project ID. So here, task ID comes from here. And then if I click it, it should get the image. You see it's complete. And there should be somewhere the URL. You see here. This is the URL of the image it generated for us. So this is the image it generated based on this prompt. Now let's go back. We need to save the image to the URL, to the Google Sheet. So this is the blog link. We also need to map this properly. So let's go back to the Telegram trigger node where we sent the blog link. Now here comes the image link, which comes from the get image. From image URL here. Now if you click on test step, it should save the image link here. So this is important, that we can have a documented image link in our Google Sheet. Now we need to get the image first, so we need to delete this. And here we can just grab this as well. And this will just download the image to our workflow. So if I click on view, it's available here. And this is important for our post to LinkedIn to work. Now this is set up. Now this is the text, which is already looks good. The image is done. So if I click on test step, let's see if it already publishes the post. Looks good, there is no error. So I go to LinkedIn and now I see the post was published, fully automated with the image. Perfect. Now the final step, I want to get the image. So this is already connected, right? So this is the post was published. This, I will just don't need this. So if I click on test step, here you see I get the post and it will also send me a photo. Now here the photo, this must be the URL of the photo. So the image link here, let's drag it again. Now I don't like that it is in parallel, so I would just send it after the text. And then when I click on it, click on test step, it sends me the image. And with that, let's click on save. Let's activate the workflow. Let's click on this delete button and let's do a final test. So you could just do this on your phone as well. So I will just grab another blog post here, click on copy, and then send it to my AI agent. Now I can go there, I can click on execution, then I see it running. And then I can spot if there are any errors. I just have to wait a few seconds until I get the confirmation it was published. Now I see I got another error. I don't know why this happened because it worked before. So I will just go in here to the output of the error message and I will just copy and paste this back into Claude. I would say, what do I need to change or update to fix it? Paste in the error. So it explains the error. Okay, it sends data to Google Sheet tools in a format that doesn't match the schema. It has the wrong structure. Here's how to fix it. But it tells me to add a code node between the H and the Google Sheets node, but this doesn't work. Node is directly attached as tool and no in between node is allowed. So I need to, update the agent system message. So here it gives me something. Okay. Tool description. So here I just will add this to my system message or go back to the editor. I'll go back in here and I will just add this to the bottom. I will just rules when for using Google Sheet tool. Now see what else did it give me. Configure the Google Sheets tool settings. When you configure Google Sheets tool, click on Google Sheets tool configuration, make sure operation sector append and update. Yes. Set a single row. I have done this and update the description. Okay, I'm not so sure where the description is. Let's check if there is a description in that. Well, yes, here is a tool description. So let's see if this worked. So I click on test workflow. Okay. I don't need to test workflow because it's already activated. All I do is just, I send this link again. So copy my blog post link, send it again, and go to executions. Okay, I see I got my confirmation message. Now it has worked. Anthropic is shifting. So this is the summary of this new post. I see all the check marks here. When I zoom in are green, so it worked perfectly. I go to my LinkedIn account and see if it was published. Yes. Perfect. And with that, this workflow is built, tested, and set to live, so you can use it now. Now let me show you exactly how much this automation would cost you to run based on the posting volume, 30 posts a month, 60 posts a month, 90 posts a month, and 150 posts a month. And also I show you how much time and money you will save if you're using it. So the costs are, the tools we use is N8N, that costs you in a web application $24 a month, which gives you 2,500 operations a month. And one operation is like one post published, so it's more than enough for these posting volumes. Now OpenAI, this is the model we use in our AI agent to generate a summary of our posts and to save all this information in the Google Sheet database. This costs just a few cents per post, so that's just $2.90 for 30 posts, $6 for 60 posts, and so on. Now the image generation tool costs us around 1.5 cents per image, so that's also very cheap throughout any volume. Now the total cost of these tools is here $27 for 30 posts a month, $30 for 60 posts. So there's not much difference between the cost between here and here, or not really that different. So, and here you see the cost per post is almost cut in half, fast 50 cents per post, fully automated. All you have to do is paste in the blog links, and then it gets cheaper with more volume. So $34 and $40 if you use the web. Now, the most important part, okay, how much time does it save you? So if we assume you spend around 10 to 15 minutes per post, even if you would use ChatGPT, you would post the blog post into ChatGPT or Claude, tell it to summarize it, give you the summary, maybe make a few tweaks, and then you will tell another model to generate the image for you based on this blog post, right? And then I assume even if you're fast, it will take you 10 to 15 minutes. So in total, if you would use this AI agent instead, it will save you over 6 hours for 30 posts, 12 hours for 60 posts, almost 20 hours for 90 posts, and over 30 hours if you publish 150 posts a month. That's like 5 posts a day. And if you would consider your hourly rate, $50 per hour, 60 hours saved would turn into $300 saved. So that's actually, that would be save you that cost, right? If you do it yourself or hire someone, even if it's just $200, if you hire a VA to do this posting for you, it would still save you like $200 or even up to $300 for just 30 posts a month. And this money saved will increase the more posts you have per month, because the more time it will take you. If you want to see more videos like this, where I show you how to build these highly effective AI agent workflows without needing any coding experience, even as a complete beginner, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos.